The silence and absolute darkness of the empty facility settles over the five of you. You're standing in the server room, huddled together around Erica's dancing lights and the glow of Cody's jumpsuit. You're tired and you're hungry. Zayn is slumped against one of the server racks, holding a hand to her throbbing head. The strange mechanical arm that called itself CASTR is now hanging stationary from the ceiling. Jasmin's hands tremble as she holds the black metal backup box given to you by CASTR, along with a quest. Close the rift. Bring this box to the sister facility, and she will send you home. In Max's notebook, you have the coordinates CASTR gave you for that second facility. What do you do?
Take the box and I put it in my shoulder bag. And I look around at everyone, probably in like a weird flickering sort of light from all of the weird different magic lights that are happening. And just at how tired everyone is and how hurt everyone is. And Jasmin says, I know that this is not a very nice place, but I think we should stay here for at least like the night or something. I don't think we're in a good state to leave.
That's fair.
We can find a place to sleep.
Yeah,
I think that's a good idea. Do we even have any concept of what time of day it is?
No.
How long have we been, like, if we had to get a general guess as to how long we've been awake, can we figure out an idea and like an estimate?
What check would that be?
Nature, perhaps?
Perception? Just perceiving time, the passage of time?
There is time, yes.
I would say intelligence or nature.
Yeah, I'd say make an intelligence check.
That's a 9.
You'd guess more than 6 hours.
Okay.
More than 6 hours, less than 20.
I mean, yeah, I guess, we've been running around and doing a lot of stuff. I guess we could take a nap, but, aren't we done? Or isn't it time to go home?
Jasmin kind of sits down a little bit. We don't know where home is from here, Cody.
I mean, we have to be somewhere in town. I mean, maybe we're like over by the stadium or down. Maybe this is a new part of Worlds of Fun. We can't be too far.
What town are you talking about?
Oh, tiny baby.
Where we live. Don't we all live? Don't we all live in Kansas City?
No.
Is that the one from Dorothy?
I don't think so. She had a farm. No. Where are y'all from?
Not Kansas City, I can tell you that. I think I was there once for like a layover.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Vienna.
Austria?
Yes.
Where's that? I guess I don't know where we are.
I am not nearly that exotic. I am from Oregon.
Oh, hey. I'm up in Seattle.
Oh, cool. I am just down in Monmouth.
Cool. I'm actually from Tacoma, but it's the same thing.
You are all Americans.
Yeah, I'm from Rhode Island.
I guess that's in America too.
Just a bunch of Americans and one. I'm guessing you're Austrian if you live in Vienna, but I don't want to assume.
I am.
Cool.
It's kind of unlikely, isn't it? If you would think that if it was a random selection of humans, it would be like 3 Chinese women and a Indian and like an African person.
Well, you got one Chinese woman, but I don't live there, so... Can we, just, sit for a bit?
Yeah,
Until my head stops hurting?
I have so far seen 2 rooms since I woke up. Is there any other place that you guys know of that would be more conducive to taking a little bit of a break?
What if we went back to the good room?
The room with the gel beds.
Yeah, the
goo beds
with the robot.
The room where the robot threw us in gel.
Yeah, the room with the good robot, not the bad robot.
The goo beds.
That's a good idea.
Let's go.
Are you going?
Yes.
Yeah. Star wipe.
Before the last lights shut off, you saw CASTR open the airlock door to this room, and she said that she had opened all the other one. So you go back out into the hallway of level B2. It's dark, and you can only see about 30 feet in either direction using the light of your spells, but you can easily get to the stairwell door that leads both up and downwards. So do you go back up to B1?
Yes.
Yeah, Oliver, this is player Alan speaking.
Hi, player Alan.
Can you just help me remember what you literally told us like 5 minutes ago game time as to what levels the exits are on? I just can't remember for future knowledge.
I will do this. Before the last of the lights shut off, you watched as CASTR opened the airlock door. She also mentioned the elevator shaft that you saw on level B1 is now open, and that could be a way out. There's also a few maintenance tunnels that start on B5 that could serve as exits. You are currently on level B2. So you know there is an elevator door on level B1, and she told you there's also a door to that elevator on B5. You have access to a stairwell that leads up to B1 as well as downwards.
Well, B1 also has the goo room, right? So.
Yes.
Yeah, so why don't we go up there?
Okay. So the four of you who have been upstairs before lead Erica down the hallway and into this stairwell. In the stairwell, it says B2, and there is a map of this floor that shows the server room and the labs. If you go upstairs, you arrive at the end of the stairwell. Like, this is as far up as it goes. It says level B1. And as you enter the hallway, you're in a spacious concrete hallway. At one end is a huge airlock that is now open. So it is just a big hole leading into a vertical tunnel. There's no elevator car there. There's also a staircase that leads upwards, and you remember that leads to that control room that didn't have another exit, and a door that leads to a circular room filled with weird old medical equipment that is all pushed to the edges of the room. So in the center of this room, there are 5 strange-looking beds. They're more like trays, about 6 inches deep, filled with a blue slime that in the dark you can see is faintly glowing. Yeah, so that's what's in this dark room.
Cody runs up to the beds and just hops in one.
Okay, great. So Cody, you jump up onto a bed and you sit in this goo, and it's not like sticky goo. It's almost like those memory foam mattresses, and it just molds to your shape.
Well, question, can you jump on the bed? Like, is it bounceable or does it take all your momentum? Can Cody jump on this bed?
I don't think it would be fun to jump on.
Can Cody try?
Yeah, you jump on it. Make an acrobatics check.
Roll for jump.
Okay. That's a 7.
Yeah, you hop up there. You do one big jump, and your feet kind of get stuck in the goo, and you fall off the bed, hit your head on one of the other beds, and take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
5? Wow.
Oh my god.
Go back to bed.
You hear a loud thwack as Cody just whacks his head into one of the other metal trays.
Oh. You hear this child as he runs up and like, hey guys, look at this! Ah!
None of us are ever allowed to say, hey, look at this anymore.
No, it always goes poorly.
We're going to have to make a supercut at some point, like a bunch of episodes down the line, of every single character saying, hey, look at this, and something going wrong.
Yeah, you guys look at Cody. He's got a cut above his left eyebrow. It's bleeding down the side of his face.
Cody, go back into the bed. Why would you?
Don't do that, y'all.
No, go back into the bed.
I wanted to jump on it.
Go back into the bed. No jumping.
Okay. Climbs up on there and just kind of rolls over, face down. Just on the bed.
Oh, God. Can you breathe like that?
He turns his head to the side and says, it's okay.
Okay, great. Cody, as you lay there, that holographic screen doesn't pop up like it did last time, but you watch as like the glow of the bed starts to fade. and you regain 4 hit points and 1 spell slot as you're laying there. And you watch this on your own wristband. Like, there's no extra holographic screen. It seems like the power has been shut off.
Oh, shit. You said there are 5 beds, right?
Yes.
Okay, well.
Alan, you are now at 9 hit points.
Okay.
Erica, these are healing beds. We kind of got thrown into them by that robot that's in a pile over there. And we thought we were being attacked, but it turns out they're actually very helpful.
Neat. Cool.
But we did beat it up, so it is no longer functional.
Even better. Erica pulls open her menu and she says, I have this thing called Song of Rest. And like I'm reading through it and it looks like it might help us like heal up a little bit before we move on. I could try that and maybe we could all feel a little bit better after we take a nap.
That sounds good.
The bed it helped a little bit. My head feels a little better, so maybe that'll help too.
Maybe we should try the beds first, see what we can get out of them, because we don't want to waste your spells.
Cool. Great.
I also actually wanted to look through some of the building. I mean, it should be safe now, right? There's no power, and I kind of wanted to look at that plant that we found. Do you want to come look at the plant with me, Sam?
Sure, yeah, we can go look at the... Can I just try out the bed real quick first?
Zan does not look so hot right now.
Zan is about to fall over.
Yeah, of course.
Gonna just... Zan, like, tries to get up into the bed and, like, has to, like, stop for a second and, like, mid-jump up onto the bed and...
Just kind of flop down on there.
Yeah.
Can I help her in?
Yeah, you help her up on the bed.
No, I'm good. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm cool. Zan gets into the bed. Does she feel any better?
She feels a little better. She regains 4 hit points and 1 spell slot, and the glow from that bed also dissipates.
Okay.
It's still soft. It's still comfortable, but it's not healing you.
Oh, no, that I moved my hit points down. That's bad. Up.
Oh, Zan died. Oops.
Oh, no.
I will just lie in mine too, for good measure.
Okay, great. You also get 4 hit points and a spell slot, and feel a little better. It takes about 5 minutes.
I'll just like look over at Erica and be like, "Lady's choice. Take one of the 2."
I guess I'll get in one. And so Erica jumps in one too.
I'll get in the other one.
Great. You both regain 4 hit points and 1 spell slot. You no longer feel achingly hungry or achingly tired, but those thoughts are still in your head of like, man, a burger would be great right now. Also a nap.
Naps.
Do I get any of my abilities?
No.
Okay, good to know.
Do I get my spell slot back too?
Yes, you gain 1 spell slot back.
Hell yeah. Okay, do we want to... How is everybody feeling? Do we want to take a little nap too? Or do we want to get going?
I'd like to take a look around the building. There's places we didn't go, and it sounded like it was very dangerous outside. And there was something weird going on with that plant that I saw, and...
Yeah, I can go check out the plant with you if you want.
I'd like that.
All right.
Are you going to split up or all go?
I mean, I don't know how interested anybody else is in this plant.
It's literally just like a plant.
How is Cody doing? Is he still like bleeding from the head?
No, he's got a smear of blood across his face where he like wiped it, but the cut is sealed up on his head. He looks fine.
Cool.
Chipper.
Yeah, he's feeling good. He just enjoys laying down. And so as long as there's still people in the room, he's not going to get up from bed.
Max is absolutely doing the same. Until people leave, I'm in that bed.
The 2 boys are laying down, being like, bedtime? Sleep?
Zan gets out of the bed as soon as physically possible. Like as soon as the little like your spell slots have done is pinged.
All right, great.
I don't like it. I don't like those beds.
Erica's going to stay in bed as well and explore her little wrist menu because it's all very, very new to her still.
Okay, great. So to recap the doors in this room, this is a big circular room. On one side is the door you came through that leads to the hallway with the elevator shaft and the stairwell. And then on the other side of the room are 6 airlock doors, and they are all open. And each of them, you remember that they were numbered 1 through 6. And as you look down the first hallway, you see a long hallway, and it opens up into a room, and it's all dark down there. So you don't know what that is. And most of them are like that. They're just long hallways that open up into a room, but they're dark. I'm going to be describing a lot of things as dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll just make a flame in my hand to light it up.
All right. In Jasmin's open palm, you see a handful of flames appear. Kind of like purpley in color.
It's pretty. Shall we?
Yes.
Okay, which tunnel are you going down?
The one we remember coming from?
Yeah.
Great. You follow this long hallway and pass through more open airlock doors. You reach a large room with a kind of like some signs of a scuffle on the floor, and you put together that this is where you battled that sword automaton the first time. And then you pass through another long hallway, and you reach a room with what used to be a giant electric wall. This room is now basically empty.
Oh, electric wall room. I don't miss you.
Whereas Zan almost fucking died.
That was kind of bad.
For no reason.
Yeah, you find the tile on the floor that is slightly raised, where one of you had spotted a plant that was growing underneath it, and where you lost Renchi.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
F.
Rip.
Rest in peace. Can we do like a investigation check?
Sure. Roll an investigation check with advantage, whichever one of you wants to roll it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
My investigation is +2.
Please, you go.
Zan will help.
I will help. I'm helping.
See that there? That's a tile on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 15 + 2 is 17.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, you take a good long look at this tile that's been pushed up slightly at one corner where you could see this like strange looking vine pushing against it. And you realize that if you take the sword and kind of put it through at the pivot point that you've noticed, you could easily pop this tile off.
Okay, I will point this out to Zan and kind of look expectantly.
Okay. Let me...
I'd really rather not do it myself. I'll probably just hurt something.
Oh, I'm... sure, let me give it a go. I will do that with the sword that I have.
With that high of an investigation, you don't need a strength check. Yeah, you stick the tip of the sword in the opening right where Jasmin points it out and give it a good old lever push, and it pops right off.
Oh.
As Jasmin holds her ball of flame over the opening, you can see that this is some sort of maintenance shaft. There is a ladder that goes from the opening where you are just down into the darkness. And all curled around this ladder, reaching downwards, or maybe reaching upwards, are these vines that on your first seeing this weird plant, Zan recognized as maybe some sort of rose bush thing. In the purple light that you have, the plant looks, as you would imagine, purple. And yeah, there's a tunnel leading down.
I think these plants are somehow magical. The last time we were in this room, I used... Jasmin opens up her menu and scrolls through it. I used this thing called sea magic, and it was glowing.
Well, we could check down there. Maybe it's sort of magic at its roots.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe this was part of the outside world coming in. The robot said that there's this SPE everywhere, and it's trying to protect us from it. And maybe this plant is like that too. Like, the SPE is what gives us magic, so maybe that's what makes the plant magic.
Huh. I guess. I don't know.
I'm picturing the meme with the lady with a bunch of math equations around her head for Zan right now.
Yeah. They sure are. Yeah. That tracks.
Let's go. Let's see what's down there.
Zan moves to climb down the ladder.
Okay, roll a acrobatics check.
Oh boy.
You're just going to just start climbing down, right?
Yeah, 15.
15. Okay, great. You climb down carefully, making sure to avoid the thorns that are all along this long vine. Jasmin, are you going to?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I have any way to make this safer for me. I definitely do not. I'm just gonna try it.
Okay, and you're still holding your handful of fire?
No, I'm going to... I'm going to extinguish that.
Okay, I'm also going to assume that, Zan, you put down your weapons in order to climb down this hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Do I have any way of carrying these weapons, or am I always assuming that they're in my hands?
Yeah, did we ever figure out a way to unsummon them?
You did not.
Great.
You put them down on the floor, and then you crawl in this dark hole with a plant in it. And then Jasmin turns out her light and is also going to climb into the hole with you. So I need both of you to make an acrobatics check at disadvantage, because it's pitch black.
Yay! Aw, man! Well, one of them was an 18, and the other one was a 4, so that sucks.
Okay, Zan, the light goes out, and you keep climbing, and the climbing part is okay. You just slowly put one foot down under the other and so on. But you manage to just scrape your arm right across one of those thorns. You take 1 damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
That is a 16.
Okay, you don't feel any ill effects from it other than your arm hurts and it's bleeding a little.
Ah, damn it.
Jasmin, what do you get?
For the acrobatics, I got a 6 minus 1. 5.
Okay, great. You also kind of stumble your way down this hole and manage to scrape up one of your arms pretty bad.
All right.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
14 minus 2, 12.
All right, you are also fine.
Okay.
So you climb this ladder for a while. You would guess it's on the scale of like 50 feet you go down.
Wow, it's a long ladder, huh?
Yeah, I'll...
Do you keep going?
Made it this far.
Let me know once you're down.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, it'll be fine. It's a ladder.
Yeah.
I will make the fire again once we're on the ground.
Okay, yeah, when you get to the bottom, you're standing in a small space. This entire, maintenance hatch is maybe 3 feet by 3 feet. And at the bottom, you find another hatch on the wall. It has a rusted metal handle.
Where are the plants coming from?
The plants have pushed through, there's a vent next to this, exit hatch, and they are stuffed through this vent. They are coming into the maintenance shaft from the vent next to the exit hatch.
Can we try the exit hatch?
Yeah, you just grab onto this rusted handle and pull it, and the door creaks open, and you are in a large, dark hallway.
I'd like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay, so Zan, you watch as Jasmin selects this Detect Magic spell out of her menu, and pinkish yellow energy just shoots out of her body, swirls up and into her eyes, and her eyes are now glowing and giving off this kind of faint yellow light. Jasmin, as you look around, you can see this path of vines is just lit right up. It pushes out of that vent and into this hallway and then leads off down to the end of the hallway where there is a set of double doors.
I will follow them.
All right, I'll follow her.
You two walk quietly down this hallway. The only sounds you hear are the sounds of your footsteps echoing off the concrete. And when you get to these double doors, you see that the vines have pushed outwards from whatever's back there into this hallway. And you trace them down the hallway, and they must have gone up through that vent trying to get up and out. Are you going to open the doors?
Yeah, we've made it this far.
Come this far.
All right, great. The two of you have to work together because these doors are pretty rusted along the hinges, but you manage to creak them open. You walk through these doors into a enormous room. Your light doesn't reach the ceiling or the walls to either side. The majority of the room is pitch black. Close to you, you can see these metal tables and benches and what looks like some sort of science equipment. You see beakers and tubes that are all kind of crusted and rotting. Something further in the room is just a ball of light to you, Jasmin. and the vines lead straight up to it. You also see a shape that takes up, I don't know, it's probably 30 feet high and 60 to 70 feet long further into the darkness. You see just a glowing skeleton. It's almost blinding, this giant skeleton. Zan, you see a faint glow in the distance. You do not see it lit up like Jasmin does.
Okay.
That wasn't what I was expecting.
Something glowing back there?
Yeah. It's a very big skeleton.
Like a big human skeleton or like a big...
Oliver?
Make a nature check, Jasmin.
Right. I roll very bad.
Oh no.
3 plus 4.
Okay.
Could I in any way get advantage on it if I describe what I'm seeing?
You could go closer to it and get advantage on it.
I'll do that.
Okay. As the two of you pick your way across the room, are you going to pass by that where the vines lead, or are you just going to go around that and go straight to the big skeleton?
I mean, I want to investigate both of them, but the skeleton is what we're focused on.
Okay, great. Well, the vines lead like towards the center of the room.
Mm-hmm.
And so as you're kind of like picking your way through this discarded science equipment, you're like walking alongside the vines. And they make their way to this big glass tube, kind of similar to the one that you pulled Erica out of earlier. It is about 5 feet around and 15 feet high, and it's just filled with those vines. The glass is broken on one side, and the vines are spilling out onto the floor, including the trail that you've been following. Inside, you see bundles of thorns and leaves and a couple huge, large purple flowers. Actually, everything looks purple to you because you have purple fire. You realize this as you look at Zan, you go, wow, Zan is purple too.
Mm-hmm. I never realized you were purple.
Oh, you're right. You don't say. Can I see are we close enough that like the fire is illuminating it more for me as well?
Yes.
Now that I've got like a better sense of the flowers, could I check to see if I recognize the plant better?
Yes. Make a nature check with advantage.
Haha. 12.
This is a weird mutant version of a rosebush. You recognize the pattern of the way the petals shape, the shape of the leaves. The instinct in your brain screams alien, but as you look at it, you're like, rose alien? The flowers are about as big around as a dinner plate.
Huh. These flowers make me very nervous.
Yeah. I kind of like, I mean, I know that they're scary and magic, but they're also life. And we haven't seen any life other than us since we came here. It's kind of reassuring for me.
Did you want to take it with us?
No, it seems pretty happy here.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you found something that is comforting in all this.
I have a lot of plants at home. Had, I guess. Maybe that's why I'm a beardy man with magic now.
All right, great. You looked at the plant. Anything else you want to do?
Good talk.
Yes, we want to look at the skeleton.
Tell us about the skeleton.
Okay, great. Yeah, you're like, okay, cool, big plant, weird, skeleton. You two pick your way across this room, and as you approach this glowing shape, Zan, you can now see it fairly clearly. To Jasmin, it is just almost blinding to look at. But Zan, you see bones. As you look up, you're reminded of the first time you saw a dinosaur skeleton as a child. The way it towered over you, stretching the limits of your imagination. This is that, but much bigger. This creature's bones are actually, they look exactly like your weapons. They are slightly translucent and filled with this swirling pink and yellow and purple light, although they are more dull than your weapons are. Then this huge shape is encased in a tank that takes up a giant section of the room. Thick glass.
Gun tank or?
No, like an aquarium.
Could you just imagine a big Sherman tank with a skeleton in it?
Like it was driving it and then suddenly died.
And then suddenly died underground.
Yes.
Or some horrible person propped it up in a sad mockery of its life.
Yes.
That's much better. Change the campaign.
Change the campaign. All right, it's riding in a little tank.
Yay!
It actually looks hilarious because it's way too big for the tank.
Look at how comically, oddly balanced this is. Why would it drive such a small tank? We may never know.
That is a regular sized tank for us because it's a big skeleton.
Aha.
So it's like a tank like the ones that we were in, but very large.
Yes.
Is there are there like any like information plackets or anything?
No, there aren't. This room, as you've been walking through it, has seemed like weirdly empty.
Yeah.
Like you'd expect to see like papers or remnants of things, but all you found is like things that are made of glass and metal.
Can I do the second roll of my advantage now?
Yes. I'll say since the two of you are standing there together, the two of you can make a nature check. One each, if you want.
Great.
That's better.
Nope, that's a 16.
The shape, it's not bipedal. It's not standing up straight like a human. All its bones are arranged together like they've been hooked together like a skeleton in a museum. The head looks carnivorous. You see rows of canines. You can't make out the shape of it. It looks too wide to match up with any animal that you can bring to mind. It's also just way too big, so your brain thinks dinosaur. It has 6 legs, though. 2 pairs of the legs are clustered up near the head like shoulders, and then there's a spine and a rib cage, and then back legs, and then 2 long tails that extend out from the end of the spine. That is as much as you can gather from it.
Shit.
Let's check in with the crew on the beds. So popping back upstairs, we have 3 of our humans just kind of chilling out on nap time. What are you guys up to?
Cody has kind of lifted himself up from his face down, kind of up on his elbows. And he quickly hits his wrist together, calls out Mage Hand, has it go down and pick up his binders and colored pencils up to the bed in front of him so he can pull it out and start just doodling. Once he has all his stuff, he fist bumps the spectral hand, says, "Thanks, Helpo," and then casts to the side, and it fades away. Then he pulls out one of his cards from his pocket, kind of splays them out so we can look at them all, and picks up one and hits light to light it up instead of his jumpsuit. So he has a light on his notebook, to sit there, and he just starts doodling.
God, it was the worst decision to give a small child magic because you are never getting out of that bed again.
You just used Mage Hand to go get his stuff.
Was that Max talking, or is that...
No, it's just me.
Okay, just didn't know if Cody needed to respond.
Erica is trying to see if her phone even works.
No, it is dead. You actually make an investigation check.
Oh, baby, that's a 4.
Never mind. You look around the room for a plug. You're kind of like holding your charging cable and you're like, nope, plugs don't exist.
Sick.
Put your charging cable away.
Perfect.
Yeah, when you poke at your phone, it doesn't even do the thing where it says like low battery. It just kind of sits there. Max
is like dozing off in the bed.
Okay, great. Well, now that we've caught up with these guys.
So we just realized that this was a weird big alien skeleton with 6 legs and 2 tails.
Yes.
This is a lot weirder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, me too.
I don't even know where to put this in my brain.
Honestly, I spent these last days, I don't even know if it's days, but I spent these last days scared that we were in the future. Like we were kidnapped and put in ice, and then the world went through an apocalypse, and now it's 200 years later, and here we are or something, but maybe we're on an alien planet or something now.
Oh.
That's obviously not a whale or a elephant.
Yeah, okay, that's a fun new scenario. I was still in the the time travel theory. Oh God.
It could be either, honestly. I mean, if there's magic, then I guess this could just be an elephant that was changed by magic. But
I feel like magic I could handle, right? Like it's like a known, like we've all read at least some kind of fantasy novel or TV show or something, but like what even is this? Like I don't even know how to classify any of this now. Are they like hunting giant space monsters and then using them to make magic bracelets? Like what? I don't. Oh, jeez.
As the two of you are standing here, Jasmin, your detect magic fades.
Mhm.
And so now you are standing basically in the dark with your flame, and you can see that the skeleton is glowing slightly, but nothing else in the room is lit up anymore.
yeah.
Before we leave, could we just do a quick perception check or investigation check on the tube with all the plants?
Sure.
Because my thought is, if it's like a tube like what we were in, like did these grow out of a person? Like,
I thought of that too, and I hate it.
All right. Yeah, you pick your way back over to this plant. Make I'd say an investigation check. And you can either both roll or one of you roll with advantage.
let's both roll. We can spread out the blame that way.
Investigation?
Yeah.
18, 16 plus 2.
Oh, thank God. I got a 3. I can't find my own butt.
You turn around and Zan is actually looking at a desk very intently. And Jasmin, you're like, no, look over here. And you crouch down and like kind of look in the side of the tube and hold up your flame very close so you can get a good look in. And you see some bones in there. And as you walk a little bit further around, you see what looks like half of a human skull.
Yeah.
It's funny. I thought there were flowers. This is just wood.
Zan's looking at a desk. She's lost.
Jasmin just kind of... Is there like dust on the ground?
Yes.
Jasmin just kind of like puts a hand in the dust in front of it and just closes her eyes for a second. Then stands up, walks back to Zan. I think we found everything we can here.
You okay?
I was hoping it was going to be an exit, but unless you want to see more bones.
No, I think I've seen enough bones for today.
Me too.
Let's go back.
You two make your way back to those double doors out into the hallway. And as you walk down the hallway in the other direction, you find a metal door that opens into a stairwell that leads up. And it says B5 on the wall there.
Oh, this actually looks a lot more practical of a way to get there than we took.
Yeah, that's way better than a spiky ladder. Shall we?
Yes.
Did you take hat with you, Zan?
Down the thing?
Yeah.
I'm just like always assume that hat's like in my purse if I forget about hat.
Great. All right. She's in your purse. She's taking a nap. She feels great.
Yeah.
You two go upstairs. B4 is actually caved in. Like you peek through the window on the door and it's just piles of rubble.
Oh, like someone didn't want to have to make up some more rooms.
No, it's weird. It's like you feel like it makes a ton of sense that it's caved in. Yeah, B3's also caved in, bitches. You make it up to B2, you're like, all right, remember that? Remember where that new lady got stabbed? You make it up to B1 and you're like, it's our friends.
Wow, we've seen everything in this building. Let's go.
So I would like to ask Cody, while they were walking back, I want to ask Cody if Cody wants to learn a TikTok dance.
Oh, God.
Because, like, I'm just trying to bond with this child.
Oh, no.
And I'm bored as hell. Because my phone's dead. So, Cody, would you like to learn a TikTok dance?
I'm not a really good dancer, but,
It's fine.
sure.
So as Zan and Jasmin walk back in, I'm just like, spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine. And I'm trying to like teach it to Cody, so that's what they enter back into.
Zan walks right back out into the hallway.
I really need to roll to find out how good Cody is at picking this up.
Yeah, do a performance check.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's 17 plus 3, a 20.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Cody gets it immediately. The two of you are just like moving in sync like you've been practicing for years together. You move as one.
I also want to know if Max is doing the TikTok dance with us.
Oh no, like Max was dozing off, and then as soon as he heard the word TikTok, he didn't move, but he was 110% paying attention.
So is Max laying there in bed doing the TikTok dance?
No, he's just watching them and fucking dying.
Good.
In like a good dying or bad dying?
Good.
Oh, excellent.
Jasmin stares and kind of looks between them and between Zan, who walks off, and then once they're done, just goes.
Zan takes that as a cue that it's safe to re-enter.
Thank you very much. And Erica does a deep bow
Beautiful.
and prompts Cody to also do the same.
Cody was already mimicking, like, thought it was part of the dance. Like, thought the bow was just part of it, and just like, completely went down. 100%.
I'm going to say that, Erica, you now have a point of inspiration,
Hell yeah.
and I don't have anywhere to put that on your spreadsheet, but just put it somewhere. And then everyone who was there for the song and dance, roll a d6. So not Zan. Zan left.
Yeah. This is fair.
It's a 6.
Yeah, you regain that many hit points.
3.
Okay.
Oh, fun.
I got 5 back.
That was my song of rest, a TikTok dance.
Oh, beautiful.
Jasmin will walk over to a table, probably one of the tables that is like pushed to the side.
Yeah.
And see if there's something that she can improvise as a plate.
Make an investigation check.
Natural 20
Damn.
plus 2.
Okay.
I find the best fucking plate.
You find just a beautiful metal dish. It is slightly curved and kind of a kidney bean shape. It was like hidden under some stuff, so you pull it out. It's got no dust on it. It's pristine. You love it.
Okay. I will just brush it off for good measure and then go through my menu. I will cast Goodberry.
All right.
Uh,
You all see a little burst of that pinkish yellow magic burst out of Jasmin. And Jasmin, you now have 10 smooth, round, hot pink berries in your new metal dish.
What does this look like? Do I create like a plant that grows them and then the plant dies? Or what? Do they just appear?
No, similar to your other spells, this like energy just kind of like emanates off of you and then pools and condenses into these berries. Make an Arcana check.
Arcana.
Arcana check.
Make an Arkham check.
2 plus 2, 4.
You don't know why they did that. Wow,
Yeah.
You think? That was weird.
I take the plate and I turn around and I say, I think I made dinner.
What? You could do this whole time?
No, I could do it now. I didn't know I could do it before.
Wait, what?
There's some new options in my menu.
What do you mean? Cody hits his wrist things together and scrolls down, not realizing he could scroll down.
Cody, you should eat before you do stuff.
I have a new one. That's cool.
We would each eat like 2 berries.
Well, it says that 1 berry is enough nourishment for a day. Try one.
Okay.
You're all pretty hungry.
I eat one.
I also eat one.
Max is gonna walk over to Jasmin and be like, so do you know like the macros or anything for these, or how many calories are in this?
1 HP.
Whatever, I'm hungry.
Cody just walks over and holds his hand out.
Okay, yeah, you each of you that takes a berry, it's just this like hot pink little blueberry looking thing. You pop it in your mouth, give it a chew. It tastes pretty good. Actually, really good. It reminds you of that dish that you had when you were young. Can't remember what it was, but you're all healed for 1 hit point and no longer hungry. You feel satiated.
Surprise, it's a star drop.
I give Cody 2 of them. Just put an extra 1 in his hand. You need to grow.
He goes and puts the other in his backpack. He only wants to eat 1. Well, one was satiating for a day, so he's not hungry anymore.
You just put a loose berry in his backpack?
Have you met a 12-year-old?
Yeah, you know, kid shit.
All right, great. We'll resolve that later.
And then Jasmin takes another 1 and walks over to Zan and says, "For a hat?"
Oh, rad. Thanks. I don't know how much, if one of these is good for like a human, what's good for a rat?
The rat probably knows.
That's fair. Oh, Erica, you're good with rats, right?
What?
You're not like freaked out by rats?
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine.
Awesome.
She's got a rat.
I thought you were asking me if I was like some kind of rat veterinarian.
Oh, nah.
I also thought that. Like scrolling through her backstory, like, did I miss this?
Are you a rat veterinarian?
I'm definitely not, but like, yeah, rats are cool. They're chill.
Turns out Erica's the Pied Piper.
This is Hat. She's a rat. I'm going to feed her this berry now.
All right, yeah, she takes it in her tiny little hands and she nibbles on it. She eats about half of it and then she curls back up and goes to sleep. And she looks very content.
While she's out, can I scan her?
For what?
Is this going to be are you sleight of handing this or are you just going to stand there and lift up your wrist and scan?
Yeah.
All right, Zan, as you're feeding Hat the berry, Jasmin is still kind of looming over you, and she taps her wristbands together, pushes a button, and out of her wristband comes this, I don't know, sci-fi scanner beam of light that kind of goes and scans your rat. And Jasmin, your SPEL emits a little chime, and you now have, under your wild shape database, a 3D rendering of a rat.
What?
Oh my god.
What? Did you just... Is my rat okay?
I think it made a like a sculpture of your rat. Look, it's
Great.
We can like 3D print a rat?
it says wild shape, so maybe I can make a rat. I don't know.
That's neat.
Why would you want to make a rat?
Because then there will be 2 rats.
But is it like a new sentient rat?
I don't know. It just says wild shape, and it says I can't do it today, so we'll see tomorrow.
Me next, do me, scan me.
It also says I can only scan 1 creature per day, so I probably can't do you, Cody.
Oh, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe. I don't know if you're a creature.
My mom calls me a wild animal when I'm hyper. It's only sometimes.
I'm just going to put the rest of these berries in my bag, and maybe we can eat them tomorrow when we're hungry or something.
Great.
With your very good investigation check, you found like a little like pill bottle that's empty that you could put the berries in to keep them safe.
Cool. Will do. Did I find anything else?
No, you found 2 cool things. That's all.
Okay. Good to know.
This room sucks.
I just because I remember that last time we were here, you were very sad that we all sucked so bad at investigating.
No, but then I did a good one. And
Yeah.
Then I did a good check, and I found absolutely nothing. It's
Yeah.
all garbage.
True.
It's old, stinky garbage.
It's garbage from a garbage can.
Then she'll just sit on one of the beds and look through her stuff and be sad that there's no power to charge her 3DS.
All right. Would you all like to take a short rest here and just hang out for like an hour?
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
We could say that Jasmin and Zan fill you in on what they saw in the basement.
This giant fucking skeleton. Friggin' skeleton.
Maybe we shouldn't tell You shouldn't tell Cody about that.
Why not?
She already did.
Too late.
That sounds cool.
Did you bring any of it back or?
No, but it had 2 tails and 6 legs.
Max, are you some kind of bone collector? What's going on?
Look, you're telling me if you found a bunch of bones, you wouldn't take some?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're telling you.
Yeah,
I think you might have some already anyway.
Cody taps Jasmin as close to her shoulder as he can get, which is not very close, but he tries.
Her hip.
Pretty much.
Yes?
Did you find Renchi?
No.
We forgot to look for Renchi.
We kind of forgot to look for Renchi.
Okay. Maybe some other time.
Mm-hmm.
When we come back.
We did find a rose bush, though.
Yeah, big alien rose bush with possibly purple flowers.
Everything kind of looked purple.
Yeah, it's weird how everything down there was purple.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was just the purple floor.
Yeah, but I think we all have a part of the skeleton already anyway.
Inside of us? Like the real skeleton was in us all along?
Yes, and it's covered in blood. No, it's
You've solved my skeleton puzzle.
Cody is just looking at his hands
You just gave Cody an existential crisis.
No, I mean the skeleton looked like our weapons do. Like it was glowing and kind of weirdly ethereal and stuff. So maybe the weapons are made out of skeleton. They used to make knives out of bone a very long time ago.
Rad.
So you're saying I have a big staff bone?
A big what?
A staff bone. My big staff. It's made of bone?
Yeah, you're like a Q-bone.
The staff bone's connected to the bow bone.
Was that a bard song?
It sure was. I guess every song I sing now is a bard song.
It's beautiful.
Erica spends this short rest making a whole song about staff bones.
Awesome.
Can you accomplish a task during a short rest, or do you only just rest?
You can only just eat and hang out. You don't actually need to take a short rest if your character doesn't want to.
Because I don't really need to.
You want to do some squats or
what I want to do is
take a poop.
Try to find something in the room that I can use to make a sling so that I can hang the shield on my back and put the sword on my hip.
Ooh. Sure. Yeah, make an investigation check.
Craft check.
Make a craft check. It's craft time.
Well,
this is like a kindergarten classroom. We're learning songs and we're doing crafts.
Dancing.
That's a 4 - 1.
Max gets up from the bed and goes, and he spends about, half an hour kind of sorting through all of this medical equipment. And about half an hour in, he's like, ooh, yes, maybe. Max, you take 1 point of damage because you just stabbed yourself with an old needle.
Yeah. Cool.
Make a Constitution saving throw. I'm tired of you being in this room.
Is it rusty?
Cool.
Tetanus?
12 + 2, 14.
You're fine, but next time you won't be fine. You've got that feeling in your staff bone.
What's the DC for tetanus?
I don't know. It's pretty old.
All right.
Can we please leave?
Yeah.
I'm bored.
Let's go.
Okay. Welcome to Dice Disasters. This is the part of the episode where we stop pretending to be other people and start pretending to be ourselves. With me, I got Oliver today. Hey, Oliver.
Hi.
We're here in the middle of episode 5. Oliver, I have discovered some of my favorite people in the world.
You have?
I have. It's the people who have listened to all of our first 5 episodes that we put on at once on the internet, and people listen to it. And if they're hearing us now, it means they've made it through most of the first 5, and I'm very happy.
That's a lot of shenanigans.
It really is a lot of shenanigans. They have met and lost Frenchie. They have seen all of us do stupid things like run into electric fences.
Honestly, just running into danger over and over again.
Yeah, just for no reason.
For no reason.
But we did make a new friend in Erica. Glad to have her, and Allison has joined us.
Me too.
But thank you for listening to our podcast. We have a couple quick announcements before we get back to the story that y'all are enjoying. First off, we've leveled up. Oliver, do you want to tell everyone quickly about our level up?
Yeah, so the level up in the episode happens a little quietly, I think just because everyone was so overwhelmed with all of the fighting and discovering of a new person in a tube and all of that. But yeah, everyone is now level 2, and for a lot of the characters that means there's some new stuff for them in their spellcasting menus. If you are interested in looking at our character sheets in more detail for the 5 main characters, you can find those on our website.
Speaking of website, we have a really cool one designed by Allison, who plays Erica. It's dicedisasters.com. So go there, get all the kind of crazy nerd stuff about our podcast. You can follow us on Twitter. We're at Dice Disasters. We'll love to hear your excitement about the show.
Yeah, honestly, I am so nervous about the idea of somebody actually listening to this.
Yeah, I know. It's like this, like, we're in episode 5, we're launching all these at once. Like, we just know, like, this is out in the world and people are hearing it, and they actually might talk to us about it if they like it. And it's like, that's the wildest stuff I've ever thought of. Like,
honestly, if like 5 people like this, I will be just over the moon excited. And I'm already I'm shaking now thinking of people actually listening. Maybe we can just record all of these and then put them on a Google Drive and then just not release them.
I don't think that's the plan, Oliver. I think if they're listening to this, they've actually already know that isn't the plan. We did it.
Yeah.
If you are one of those people, those first 5 people that we love so much, and you have enjoyed the show, please leave a review on whatever podcasting service you're using and let the world know. That'll help us get shared to the world. Go on social media, use the hashtag Dice Disasters. And if you do either of those, there's a chance that Oliver here might name an NPC after you, and you can join our story in spirit.
Yes, I am very hungry for new names for my NPCs, so I don't have to just make them up on the spot as you guys decide to talk to random people.
Yeah, as we said in episode 1, if you hear a Gregory, you know what went wrong.
Yes. Oh, also at some point, our beautiful players will be able to buy things with some sort of currency, and I would absolutely love it if people would give me ideas for items. We have a item submission form on our website. So if you go to dicedisasters.com and click on item submission, you can give us your wildest dreams, and I may or may not include it as something they can actually buy.
You do realize you're going to actually get people's wildest dreams now, and it's going to be an experience for you.
Yes, I want them.
I can't wait.
Give me your nasty dreams.
That'll be so much fun. Well, this is kind of wrapping up the middle part of our episode. We do want to say that now that we've gotten the first 5 out of the way, we are going to release every other week on Wednesdays. So the next one will come out 2 weeks from the day this was posted. We really love it that you've made it this far, and we can't wait to give you more. So let's get back to the story.
Here's more Dungeons and Dragons. Woo! We're all packed and ready to go. Where are you going?
Elevator.
All right, you all make your way down the hallway to what looks like some sort of big service elevator door. Actually, standing there next to it is the humanoid automaton, and the light's off. It's just standing there, stoic in the dark. You remember that you dragged it over there to check if it would open that airlock door, and it did not. Yeah, you kind of cautiously peek down the elevator shaft, I'm guessing? Who feels brave and wants to take a peek?
Zan will.
All right, yeah, Zan goes over and looks in there. Zan has nothing to make any sort of light.
Nope.
It's dark. She comes back.
Throw a fireball down?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Jasmin, you throw your fireball in it?
And it explodes and you all die.
Now I'm picturing Zan goes back over and looks in, and from like 15 feet back, Jasmin just hooks a fireball in there. And as it goes by, you see that there is a ladder just inside the elevator shaft
Shit.
along one wall that leads upwards.
How about we just jump?
Down? The elevator shaft?
Cody pulls out a card from his pocket and looks at it, says, yeah, we can jump. I'll get us down.
No. What?
But we want to go up.
Yeah, what?
We can go up.
Yeah,
I thought we wanted to go down to B5.
No, we did B5.
we want to go up.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, but like we told you all the stuff that was down there. It was big bones and big plant thing.
Okay.
It's all purple.
The big bone's connected to the plant bone.
Wrenchy's still down there.
I start climbing the ladder.
All right, Zan just jumps in the elevator and starts climbing.
I'm leaving this conversation and I'm climbing this ladder.
It's a solid ladder. I'm not going to make you do a check. You can just
Nice.
climb up. Is anybody else going with her?
I'm going.
I'll go too.
The girls are in the elevator.
I'm gonna push Cody in front of me.
What? Just push him down the
I don't.
shaft.
I don't want Cody to be last.
Max murders Cody.
Just murders Cody.
Murdered the child.
You guys get to the top. He's like, I don't know where he went.
I don't know.
Anyway, one down. Does Cody climb up the elevator?
Yeah, Cody climbs up.
Great. Yeah, you all start climbing up there. It's a solid ladder, and you climb up, feels like maybe like 30 feet, like a decent way, before you reach a door. At the top of this elevator shaft, you find another elevator door. It's shut, and as you get closer, you can see that it is like melted shut. It looks like somebody took a welding torch and shut this thing in a hurry. It's bubbled and disfigured and solidly melted closed. But at the top of your ladder, you reach a small metal hatch with a rusted handle. And Zan, you recognize this as the same type of door that hatch door that you went through when you climbed down to the basement. You gonna open it?
Yes.
As you turn the handle, the hatch swings away from you, revealing a small tunnel. The tunnel is straight for about 15 feet and then turns sharply to the left. And beautifully down there at the end at that turn, you can see sunlight trickling in. The tunnel's about 3 feet by 3 feet. The walls, floor, and ceiling of the tunnel are blanketed with a dark, spongy substance.
Quick nature check on the spongy substance.
Yeah, Zan says, hold up. Nature check. Roll a nature check.
That's a 9.
All right, you have advantage on plants because you used to be a florist.
Yeah, but that was like a day shift. I don't think I should get that much advantage.
All right, fine. It's dark and spongy.
Nice. All right. It's nice and
You
soft.
poke it. It's fine. Yeah.
All right, let's go. Zan heads towards the sun.
She climbs into this tunnel. At that turn, you see another shaft leading downwards, and curling up around the ladder in that shaft are thick, greenish purple vines covered in thorns. So you're guessing maybe that's a tunnel back down to Rose Plant Land.
Rose planned.
But in front of you, the tunnel opens up into blinding sunshine. You hear the lilting songs of birds and the gentle patter of rainfall. Tired, dirty, and sore, you drag your bodies down the last few feet of this tunnel. It ends abruptly. The maintenance hatch at this end lies discarded on the ground, barely recognizable, covered in a thick blanket of this same squishy, dark stuff, which you can see in the daylight is moss.
Oh, nice.
As you pull yourselves out of the tunnel, you blink and hold your arms up to shield your eyes as they get used to the onslaught. Yeah, used to that sweet, slutty sunlight.
Is that like the new version of OnStar? Like you just like press the button?
Get some onslaught.
Hey now, you're an onslaught. Get your game on. Go play.
Great. Did you all climb through the tunnel and go outside?
Yes.
We all see and feel the onslaught of.
Oh God! You're outside, and you all take a big deep breath once you get out there, and you realize that this air feels thick and rich and hearty compared to the recycled air you've been breathing in this basement. The sunlight warms your cold, tired bodies.
And our cold, dead hearts.
Yeah.
Cody is kind of running in circles around the group, just kind of, woohoo! Woohoo! We did it! We're out! Woohoo!
As your eyes adjust to the sunlight, you realize you are in a strange place.
Ah.
Everything around you is coated in plant life. You're in a small clearing, and what feels like the vague shape of a ruined building looms behind you. The walls, the ground, old support pillars are just coated in moss and grass and weeds in every shade of green. Flowers burst across every surface with intense shades of purples, reds, and yellows. Beyond this structure, with this elevator shaft that is sealed shut from the inside and this strange little maintenance tunnel, those are all the things you see left, really poking out from the ground. Beyond the structure is a forest that towers above you. The trees are intertwined into a tangled mess of branches, and they're teeming with life. A flock of colorful birds bursts from the roosting place above you and dives into the forest with a cacophony of screeching and flapping. You see small creatures dance in and out of view as they scurry around the underbrush, too fast for you to recognize. You are outside. What do you do?
Cody stops running around, kind of takes a deep breath after he kind of tired himself out skipping. He's like, looks around and is like, where are we?
I don't know, but I'm very glad to not be underground anymore.
Can we look around to see if there's like any landmarks other than like forest?
Sure. Make a perception check.
Okay.
I'd say you can roll a perception check at advantage since that's just like for the group.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a 10.
Yeah, behind you, like around like where you came out of this maintenance shaft, there's like some like rectangular shapes that are covered in moss and stuff, and you're guessing these like were buildings of some sort. They're in ruins. Like there's no like complete buildings, just kind of like walls that stick up here and there. On the wall right beside the maintenance shaft where you crawled out, though, there is a scrap of fabric. It's kind of like tinted green, and it is tied around some sort of branch sticking out of the wall.
We look at the fabric.
I don't know when to just be like, now you're doing this. Yeah, so you go over to this fabric and you kind of like scrape off some of the green with your fingernail, and it is a gray fabric that looks very familiar. It is the same as the jumpsuits that you all, well, some of you are wearing and you all woke up in. And on the wall behind it, behind where this is tied, you can see that the moss there is like a much thinner layer than the rest of the wall.
Are there any like large rocks or boulders around?
Yes, plenty.
Cody's going to go behind one of those so that the group can't see him for a second.
All right, the child runs off and hides behind a boulder.
While they're not paying attention.
Shit, where'd the kid go?
Roll a stealth check.
Okay. He's changing his clothes.
Oh, it's like, let Cody take a piss.
He might do that too, but 7.
Yeah, you all see Cody run over. He stands halfway behind a boulder and starts taking off his clothes. I imagine most of you avert your gazes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
He thinks he is very hidden.
Is there any way to figure out like how old this fabric is, or like how long ago the buildings were ruined based on stuff?
You make a nature check.
All right. 6 + 4, 10.
A long time ago. This is not the scale of like a couple years for the buildings. Like they look just completely worn back down into the environment. They are one with the ground, and it's only because you know what buildings look like that you're able to like discern that these are weirdly rectangular shapes sticking out of the underbrush.
1 more point for the time travel theory, Sam.
Yeah, I'm not loving this.
The scrap of fabric is much newer, though, on the scale of months.
Can I tell what the wall is made of? Like, is it concrete, brick?
Yeah, concrete. You can see kind of like patches of it actually like around where this fabric is tied off there's like a little bit of the concrete showing. And yeah, make an investigation check.
Great, my specialty.
Can I help since I was looking into the building anyway?
Go for it. You can each make one, or Max can have advantage.
You also make one, because
All right.
Max is kind of dumb.
Max turns to Jasmin and says, help. Wall.
Because I got a 4 - 1.
12 plus 2, 14.
Max, that's a big flat thing. Weird, huh?
Uh-huh. Weird.
Jasmin, you see Max looking at this, what you recognize as a wall made of concrete. And yeah, you're looking at this wall and it's marked off by this piece of fabric tied around what you realize after scraping some of the moss back is like an old rusted pipe. It's just kind of like sticking out of the wall. And you get the sense that like this new layer of moss is growing over a place that was exposed on the wall. As you check it out, you can kind of see what looks like writing underneath it.
I'll scrape it off.
Yeah, okay. I'll say Max helps you out once you point out a thing for him to do with his 2 arms.
With his 2 arms that he possesses and can move.
Yes. So you scrape the moss off the wall. It comes off fairly easily. It comes off in like these thick, soft clumps. And underneath, there is a message that looks like someone used like a rock to scratch the message into the wall. It says, head south, follow the cloth. And so it was written some time ago and this moss grew over it.
So it was written, and so it shall be.
So shall ye follow the cloth.
Cody walks back up, wearing his t-shirt and red hoodie and jeans, his standard boy attire. And it's like, hey, what's that?
Well, it looks like someone got out before us.
Yeah, and they rode on this like weirdly flat vertical cliff.
It's concrete, Max.
What?
It's concrete.
But we're like,
I mean, I understand why you're confused. I mean, it's obviously like 400 years old and they didn't have concrete in the 1600s, but it's concrete.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not a rock man myself. Don't know much about those rocks.
I'm an ass man.
Well, should we follow this?
It's the only sign of life we've had, so why not? And they obviously want to help.
Do they?
Aren't we supposed to find that voice's sister?
Yes.
Do you... Well, I mean, I know I kind of defended the voice, but also they did kind of experiment on us and possibly kill us and revive us as magic people.
Yeah. Listen, I'd rather follow the signs of another probably human in the same boat as we are than trust the weird entity that is probably going to trap us and betray us. And
Also, all we have to go on from that voice is coordinates, and we have no idea what coordinates we're at now. So we might as well try to follow someone and kind of figure out where we're at.
That's a good idea.
it's as good as any.
I just need to do one thing before we can leave. Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have the jumpsuit you just took off for a second?
Yeah. And hands it over.
Okay. Jasmin will just kind of kneel before Cody and take the jumpsuit and say, you have superpowers now, so you need this. And she's going to take the sleeves of the jumpsuit and tie them around Cody's neck and then have it hang like a cape.
Oh. Wait, just 1 second. Cast light on the jumpsuit. He's like, yes! He just stands there with his hands on his hips in the stance that you gotta make. And then stands there for a second, waiting, and he's like, I really wish there was wind right now.
Cast Ghost.
Cody has never been happier. since y'all have met him.
Special effects magician Jasmin casts Gust, and Cody's beautiful, brilliant cape is flapping in the wind. He looks majestic.
With a sudden burst of confidence, Cody says, okay, let's go, and just takes off in what direction he thinks is south.
Oh, no.
Okay. Cody, make a nature check. No, make a survival check.
Okay. It's a 17.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
All right. Cody takes off into the forest, and as you all, I assume, watch him run off, you see him pass under a tree branch, and as he runs by, it flutters in the wind, and you see a scrap of gray fabric is tied around that tree branch.
Wait, don't run.
we should follow.
We should follow. He's gonna trip and
He's
fall
very
off.
easy to follow with the glowing cape.
So the five of you start walking through the brush. Very quickly, once you kind of get into like the tangle of bushes and trees and there's no discernible path, you all end up clumped closer together. Cody, it's pretty hard to run through this forest. Your cape keeps getting stuck on things. Zan, you feel like you've been here before. You can't pick out any specific place that this reminds you of, but it feels familiar. You realize as you're walking that your mind is drifting and you are easily slipping between branches and over fallen trees and pushing thorny bushes out of the way so your fellow party members can follow you. And yeah, Zan, just naturally your clump moves around until Zan is at the front, and she is leading you through the brush. Every, I'd say 30 feet or so, you find another scrap of fabric. It's difficult, but consistently, Zan is pointing them out, and you keep walking.
Cody goes up to Jasmin. It's like, hey, thanks for the cape. This is a good idea.
You're welcome. I mean, you have superpowers. Has to go.
I do have superpowers. I have a new one I haven't tried yet, but I don't want to try it because I think it might be a little big. I'll wait.
Besides, if you can keep it a secret, it'll be more impressive.
Oh,
when you do it.
That's a good idea. You're smart.
Thank you. You're very smart yourself and very brave.
Thanks. Did you see me do the dance with Erica?
I did.
Oh, good. I'm going to do it again later.
That's amazing. I can't dance at all.
I didn't think I could, but Erica helped. Maybe Erica can give you a lesson.
If Erica could teach me to dance, she'd
Erica!
be very impressive.
Jasmin wants to learn how to dance.
I don't.
Oh, I mean, I only know meme dances. That's what I do with my cousin Paige. We make TikToks. But I mean, I can try. Somehow Cody is way better at it than me. It must be his little agile body, but yeah, we can learn some more dances.
I really don't want to learn how to dance.
That's fine.
My sister tells me I'm made for memes. I don't know what this means.
You don't know what it means?
You're funny.
How old's your sister?
She's 7 years older than me. She's away at college.
Where does she go to college?
She's pretty far away. She's over in Louisville. She goes to school over in Louisville, and
Right, I know exactly where Louisville is.
It's far enough away that she doesn't get to come home often. I miss her. I miss her a lot. She's the coolest.
What's her name, Cody?
Well, everyone calls her name's Jessica. I call her Jax.
It's a cool name.
It's a really cool nickname.
Yeah. When I was lots little, like really little, I couldn't say Jessica. I kept saying Jessica by accident, so we just shortened that for me.
You know, my name isn't actually technically Jasmin.
It isn't?
Well, it is, but it's not pronounced that way.
Oh. How are you supposed to say it?
Yasmin.
Yeah. Yasmin. Do you want me to try to call you Jasmin?
That's okay. If Jasmine is easier.
Oh, okay. Whatever you want.
To be honest, nobody can pronounce my last name, so that's a real mood.
What's your last name?
It is Saint-Saëns. It's French.
Saint-Saëns?
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Like the composer?
Yeah, just like that. No relation. Not that cool. But there you go.
I saw your name on the little screen when we first woke you up. And I'm like, I can't even spell that, much less pronounce it. Can I just call you Erica?
Yep, you can call me Erica. Most of my teachers called me Erica S.
It's really not that hard.
You haven't met enough Americans.
I've met a lot of them in recent times. Gestures at everyone else.
Well, Erica, you taught me how to dance. Maybe you can help teach me how to say your name. I'd like that.
Sure, we can work on it.
Thanks.
My name's not actually Max. Well, it sort of is.
Does anybody have a real name here?
No.
Look, my parents actually, my full name is Henry Maxwell Bernard Orland, but that sounds like...
It sounds like an
Really?
idiot's
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, that's... I don't want to be Henry, so I just get all my friends to call me Max.
Are you like royalty?
Cody starts bowing.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. Like,
That's exactly what someone who is royalty would say.
The least committal I'm not royalty anyone has ever said.
Like, you either are or you aren't.
I mean, I can confirm it's
Okay.
exactly what someone who
No.
is royalty would say.
Wait, why can you confirm that?
My parents have some really powerful friends.
Jesus.
that's way more interesting than what I was going to say, which is like, my parents are like mediocre rich and like to think they're richer than they are.
That was my second guess.
Makes sense.
Zen, how are you leading us through this forest? You seem to know exactly where you're going.
Seems, I don't know, it makes sense, right? Like I don't know. It's like when you're, like how sometimes when you're in a place that you kind of know and you can just sort of find your way through.
Zan is very good with plants.
I don't know why I'm good with plants. I got my job like a month ago.
I mean, I don't know why I'm a bard except for the fact that I'm a karaoke. I work at a karaoke bar, so it all seems pretty relative.
Great.
Don't worry. We're all mediocre. With that, Zan, you've been following these scraps of cloth, and you've kind of like felt the sun as it peeks through the canopy of trees every so often, just like brushing you with warmth. And you realize it's been getting later and later. The sun is sinking towards the horizon. As you realize this, you stop, and the five of you are on the edge of a small clearing. You've followed this trail of fabric south. You've been walking for a good hour and a half. I imagine most of you are very tired and have blisters on your feet, not being used to hiking through rugged terrain.
Definitely.
And yeah, this path has led you to, it's been getting rockier. There's some hills rising in front of you that you can see now through this clearing. And in this rocky space, you find a shallow cave. Doesn't look like it's full of bears or anything, but it looks sheltered from the wind and from the rain if it were to rain. And the cloth leads right up to this clearing and then beyond it.
Zan just shouts, "Cave!"
How about we stop here for the night? It seems like it's getting dark.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Cody, do you want to look for some sticks so we can start a fire?
Yeah. And he kind of turns his cape around to the front so that he has front light.
It's very fashionable.
Nice. He's got an apron now.
And starts looking for sticks.
Okay, great. Can the two of you make a survival check?
Stick check.
Stick check.
It's a 7.
That's a 17 for me.
Okay, yeah. Cody mostly just pointing out funny shaped plants that he finds, but he's got his little arms out and you load him up with sticks. Erica,
Good.
the two of you have found a good amount. Do the rest of you want to do anything campy?
Just sit against a wall of the cave and kind of hug herself and try and calm down. It's been a lot.
You sit up against one of the walls of the cave, and like most of the clearings you've been through, it's covered in this like soft, squishy moss. So it's actually like a very comfortable seat that you have found.
Good.
Zan's gonna look for like edible plants. Just like I know we've got the berries, but it can't hurt to have a little extra.
All right, make a survival check.
Nope, that's a 6.
You find a lot of weird looking plants. Every plant that you find feels like alien and strange. There are ones with like blue leaves, and like you find this just off the clearing. You find one of these trees with these fruits hanging from it, but they're like gray blobs that are kind of translucent, and inside you can see something like dark red in the middle.
Nah.
Yeah, you don't recognize anything out here.
Oh, I've got a really bad feeling about this.
There are no bananas, no apples.
Not falling into your banana trap.
You come back with nothing.
It's a good walk.
Great.
Jasmin will just open the pill bottle and offer a berry.
Oh,
I'm just gonna generally address the group. So if we're stopping here for tonight, do we need to like have someone stay awake and watch, or?
I mean, that seems smart.
Why? Why? Are there bears here?
I mean,
we don't know that there aren't bears.
We're in the woods, man. I don't know what's out there.
we were abducted already. Who knows how? So we might as well have some sort of precaution.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put anything past these woods. I don't recognize any of this shit. There could be just like giant mutant bears with 3 heads. Or 8 nose. I don't know. I was trying to come up with something more creative than 3 heads.
100 talents.
100 talons. 1,000,000 wings.
If it's okay, I'd really like to sleep. I probably wouldn't be any use anyway.
I can take watch.
Yeah, I guess we should like take turns, maybe, so we can all sleep.
Sure.
Yeah, that works.
Cody's already asleep. Cards in hand, just deeply breathing.
Yeah, Cody is curled up in the cave, back pressed up against Jasmine's legs on a soft patch of moss, and he is out like a light.
Zan positions herself at the front of the cave, just sort of facing outward, kind of sitting, but looking around.
Oh, Erica did bring you a big pile of sticks.
I sure did.
Oh, rad. Love a good stick.
Can I cast Produce Flame on it before I go to bed?
Yes. Jasmine easily reaches out a handful of flames and catches the sticks on fire. And you've got a nice little fire. It should last you through the night with the pile of wood that Erica brought forward.
She smiles weakly at Zan and then closes her eyes.
Before I go lay down, I'll just turn to Zan and be like, wake me up in like 4 hours.
Sure. I'll figure it out somehow.
Okay.
So, Zan, you're sitting there, and once Jasmine lit these flames, they turned a normal campfire shade of red and yellow. As you sit there, well, these strangers that you met in the past few days drift off to sleep. You just keep an eye on the forest, and it's quiet. There's sounds of the forest, chittering of animals and birds, and as the sun dips over the horizon, it gets quieter. It's nice. Something about it feels right. You feel interested in the things around you. You feel calm but alert. And you have an uneventful watch.
During the watch, Zan takes out Hat and just sort of lets her run over her hands like a little human hand treadmill, just to sort of let her play around.
Any nerves that Hat has are, calmed by just getting to hang out with you. The rest of you lay down on this moss, and it's surprisingly comfortable. Maybe after a bit of anxiety and tossing back and forth, one by one, you fall asleep. Jasmin, on a normal night, does Jasmin fall asleep quickly, or is she like a lay awake for hours kind of person?
She falls asleep pretty quickly.
Great. Yeah, you lay down next to Cody on the moss, and you have never felt as comfortable as you do right now. Your feet are all blistered and hurt, and you're sore, and you've just seen so much today that you don't want to think about. And as soon as you lay down, you feel safe. Your hands, which are normally restless with tremors, fall still. Your eyelids drift shut, and you are asleep in moments. And you dream. You dream that you're floating in a brilliant nebula. In every direction, you see swirls of colors and a sea of stars. You feel calm. From somewhere around you, you hear a voice.
Are you us? It asks. It's familiar, but not too familiar. It sounds like multiple people are speaking to you as one voice. The sound is comforting. Are you us? It asks again. You could be. You are not yet us. You have the connection. What will you use it for? We will hold you. Grow, hatchling. Grow into us.
Find us on Twitter at Dice Disasters. And we have more information about the show and the cast at dicedisasters.com.
Our website was made by Allison Otting, who plays Erica.
Dice Disasters is edited by Alan Brazzell, who plays Cody.
Our cover art is made by our DM, Oliver Northwood.
Our theme song is by People Need Goals, who you can find on Bandcamp or on Twitter at People Need Goals. Go listen to their music, it's all incredible.
The next episode of Dice Disasters will be up in 2 weeks. For those of you who enjoy the show, it would be awesome if you would subscribe and leave a review. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Quick editor's question. Sorry.
Yeah.
And this might show ignorance on my part. You pronounced a word interestingly that I'm not. You said.
Was it vag?
The shape of a building was vag?
Vag.
Instead of vague? Is that.
Oliver's Canadian. This is Canadian hate crime happening.
Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Allison.
That is.
Building is shaped like a vagina.
Yeah, we're good.
I just wanted to ask. Okay.
I had also never heard it.
It's just real Canadian. It's
Real
vague,
Canadian.
but Canadian.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
wait till I start
Canadian.
talking to you about bagels.
Okay, we're good.
Great.
You had said slut earlier, so I wanted to make sure that wasn't another situation.
That's also a Canadian thing.
That's how we say it in Canada. Everything's a slut.